Hello and welcome to the Philippines. There was a car show going on at SM Mall Cebu City out at Seaside, the big new mall, and we went out there to take a look around the other day, so I'll show you around. Lots of interesting vehicles. There are many brands and dealers here, especially in the big cities. I think Toyota is number one. Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Dodge is here. BMW. You've got one or more Indian companies here, and Tata. I think that's an Indian company, and there's another Indian company. There may be a Chinese company here. Once you get out of the big city, you may have a little waiting for parts to get to you. One thing I've noticed is that vehicles tend to have very small engines in them, and very seldom do you see automatic vehicles. They're all stick shift, and a lot of times these, like that, you rent a taxi or rent something to go up a mountain, and they're down in first gear, pulling that vehicle and a few people up the mountain. Kind of the same thing goes for motorbikes. Most of the motorbikes are 125 and 150. Very seldom see anything bigger than that. Although every once there is a Harley club, I think, across in Lapu-Lapu. Very rarely do you see one out on the street. Usually, if you see them, there's several of them riding together. Once I even seen they had a police escort. They have a couple police motorbike escorts out in front, taking them wherever they were going. The pollution control requirements in the Philippines are not as strict as they are in the USA and probably some of the Western European countries. I do not know the details about that. You would definitely want to find a good mechanic if you had one here. And I picked up a price list for this Tivoli here. I'll give that to you here. They have several models available, including a diesel model. They average about 1,200,000 pesos each, or about 23,000 US dollars. They have a 20% down plan and then 5 years to pay the additional. And a convertible. I was kind of surprised to see that, but you don't see very many convertibles here in the Philippines. Anyway, I haven't. I've got a friend who has a convertible, and he likes them in Phoenix, Arizona. He likes the top down. I like it up with the air on. There is a good selection of like minivans and larger vehicles like this, and I'm surprised how many vehicles I see jacked up with the special equipment on them as well. Big tires. There is our sources and lots of availability of large tires, the special equipment, and rims. I'm just going to guess that vehicle is 2 million something, or 40,000 US and above. I know a lady doctor I rented from for over a year, and she had a big Nissan pickup, I think, and it was just over 2 million for that. A real nice big pickup. Finding parking spaces can be an issue. You know, the big malls have big parking lots underground and or off to the side, but in the city, parking can be a major issue. You see people parking on sidewalks, in one of the lanes, just parking right there in one of the lanes, which takes a 4-lane road down to 2 lanes, of course. They had the music playing so loud that you had to raise your voice to talk to anybody in there. And boy, that's a Filipina thing. Anywhere you go, they crank up the volume on those speakers, and any place you've got an event, they bring in these big speakers. They turn the noise up. If somebody's talking into a microphone, where you could probably hear them just fine if they spoke in a regular voice. They've got the speakers volume turned way up, and then they're screaming into the microphone to top it all off. And no, it's not just because I'm sensitive to noise. It's unusual any place. It's it's a crate. And they had a few large motorbikes there as well. Hi. How many cc's? How big?
900, 600, 700.
Okay, 9, 6, and 7. All right. Do I get a discount today? Huh? Promo? Is this a promo?
Yeah, already discounted.
619,000?
Yeah.
Okay. You pay half, I pay half, then we share.
Don't have money.
How many dealers do you have in town? Apparently they have dealers that handle the big bikes, and then the other dealers handle the small bikes. And they don't have dealers that handle both of them. I am considering buying a bike sometime in the next year. Just starting to check out the various options. I know most people like the smaller bikes, the 125s, 150s. Something a little bit bigger would be nice. I know several foreigners, expats, who have bought what they call multi-cabs here, and they're relatively inexpensive, relatively easy and inexpensive to fix, I've been told, and if you take care of them. Some of them are body put on I've been told, a Japanese frame. Not sure if that's 100% or not, but there are options. Multi-cab gives you room to haul groceries and various items and a number of people as well, so they're versatile. This was not a big car show, but it was interesting, and boy, look at these, look at that, it's sitting so low, and with all the potholes and the speed bumps on the side roads, you would ding up that undercarriage real fast on the front end, I'm afraid. You'd have to really be careful where you're driving that thing. I've picked up some pricing for cars at a couple dealers as I've been walking over the months, and here's one Mahindra, which is a company out of India, I believe, and the cheapest vehicle I found on the sheet of many different brands was a Supra Maxi truck, single cab 4x2, 600,000 pesos, or about 11,500 US dollars. That's a neat little vehicle there. Good looking. There again, sits very low. Gonna have to watch those bumps and potholes. And on my list, cars from Kia, KIA, the all new Picanto, and they've got motors 1 liter, 1.2 liter, and 1.4 liter, looks like, or that's in the Rio. Anyway, they range from 675,000 to 847,000. Well, it's pretty common to get a 20% down payment on vehicles and then finance the rest. Banks will finance depending upon your particular situation, and I have heard that over the last couple of years, one of the reasons why traffic has gotten a lot worse in Cebu City is because they've made it a lot easier for people to buy cars, that you can even go in and they've got plans where you can put little or no money down if you have a job, if you have income. And I don't know how that relates to expats. I know that expats can have difficulty getting, many banks don't want to loan to foreigners over 65 years of age unless you have net worth that justifies it. Many other vehicles are closer to 1.5 million, and many get up close to 2 million pesos. A few get up over that. I saw one vehicle, a super deluxe model, for about 4 million pesos. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Please like, please share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and we'll see you next time.